Just waiting for some traffic flow. Oh my goodness.
Hey, let's get a McLaren. My girlfriend's got one on order. The one whose apartment I wanted to use.
Yeah. I do like McLaren.
I think it was a joke, but maybe it's not. She has a BMW or something where the doors go up like that. She said that's because the McLaren is on order.
Is on back order?
Is that a McLaren?
That might be a McLaren. Chances are it is, since they're right there. Oh, here we go.
My girlfriend had a bonus once from her company. They gave her a Lamborghini, and she gave it back.
What company is that?
That's an interesting story.
Well, we're already recording, so park that story for now. We're going to come back. Bulgari.
Whoa.
Oh, Bulgari. Whoa. What up? That was fun.
D.
What is up, Meechelle? We are back for another video, and we are indeed talking about one of my favorite brands, Bulgari. Although it is fun to sing the Bulgari song, because I noticed that you are wearing a Bulgari today, my dear. What? Go ahead and flash it up for the camera.
Well, I never even knew how to say it, but it's a little tiny baby one.
Right.
I've had
Well,
it for
I have his little baby one
years.
too. Okay, so that I can't see it while I'm driving. We are in LA traffic, and I do have precious cargo, so I'll probably be spending more time watching the road than I usually do.
Yeah, and I do have a black face, but I like a dark blue
Oh, right on.
band.
Strap. That looks real good.
And yeah, it's
Alright, so
very
Is that your day? That's probably your daily wear?
non-ostentatious.
It is.
It's my daily wear when my Rolex is broken.
Which is like every day now since your Rolex is still broken. We're going to take, whenever that Rolex gets found again, we're going to have you take that into second time around washes in Beverly Hills. We just came from there and we're goofing off, just having some fun while I'm in town. All right, so I understand there is kind of a funny, wacky story as how you came to own that lovely Bulgari. Why don't you lay it down real smooth?
Well, you know, I could really chat too much, but I'll just start by saying I broke my leg.
Oh, you did?
I was snowboarding on this great mountain in
Was it in
Colorado.
Gstaad?
It was not in Gstaad. It was in.
Why do you say Gstaad? You know, it's just the G is silent, right?
Do I speak what?
I don't know.
Is it Swiss?
I haven't been out of America, but I did see in a movie once with John Cusack and the other guy. Oh, I'll be taking holiday in Gstaad. I want to go to Gstaad just so I can say I take holiday in Gstaad.
I took a train through there and I went online to see if I could rent ski clothes. Just one day. That's it.
And so you're snowboarding.
I'm snowboarding.
Oh, different story.
I break my leg.
Yeah.
And so here I am in New York City. All my friends work, and I had nothing to do.
Right.
So friends of mine were on their way to the Bahamas, the Ocean Club, and one of the guys just broke up with his girlfriend. And he called me and said, "What are you doing?" "Nothing." "You want to go to the Bahamas?" "No."
Oh, how posh.
Of course. So 2 days later, I'm in the beautiful resort, and my three friends did not heed my warning and sat in the sun all day long, resulting in second and third degree sunburn.
Wow.
And I'm in this beautiful resort, and they are now bedridden, and I'm all by myself. So
Who's applying aloe while you're off partying?
How did I care? I mean, look.
You were at the dum-dum out in the sun.
They were big white people. I mean, white.
White people.
First day, just go out for an hour.
Yeah.
No, all day long. Blistering, ice baths.
All right, so
I was in heaven, though.
We leave the victims, and then you're going where?
So I go to dinner one night. There's a casino, and there's a large group of men.
Yeah.
And I don't know what got into me. Maybe it was a few cocktails. And I said, "I'm here by myself. Would you gentlemen mind if I joined you for dinner?" Now, I have not had that much gall ever, but I think it was the bourbon. And
or the Patron.
They said, "Please, our honor."
Principes.
We sit down, and they don't speak English. Very, very, very little English.
Yeah.
But one is the president.
The president of...
The Secretary of State, I believe, and then a couple of senators.
Gotta fix my camera.
See, I don't know how it happened, but I sit down with this group of men,
Yeah.
find out they don't speak English, but they were being treated very special. Everybody was just, it was a special group.
Yeah.
Because one was the president, I believe was his name, and there was, I think the Secretary of State, if I could look at a list, I'd remember their names, and then quite a few senators, and
Yeah.
one of them was hot. He was really good looking. Now, I am about 22 years old,
Right.
living in New York City.
Oh my goodness.
They lived in their respective regencies. They were coming to New York frequently because they were having...
Wait, I thought you met them in...
The
I thought you
Bahamas.
met them in the Bahamas. Okay.
Okay, but they were coming back and forth to America
right.
a lot
Okay,
because they
cool.
were having security dogs trained.
Oh, wow.
And they have to come and meet the dogs sometimes so that the dogs don't kill them.
Yeah, that would be good.
So I'm in the Bahamas.
Yep.
I have dinner with them that night.
Yep.
We went to the casinos. They gave me money to gamble.
Hilarious.
I had so much fun with people
Oh my gosh,
that
hold on.
don't speak.
We need to take a moment to recognize the burden of being beautiful. Oh, I'm sorry, you were so cute and beautiful. You got 4 dignitaries giving you gambling money.
I can be fun when I have a few drinks, which I don't do anymore, but maybe I should.
You're a ton of fun all the time. I'm just making it
Maybe
funny
I
that.
should. You know
That's
what?
really funny.
There
that you just
is
crossed
something to
the
be said for being
friendly.
22, 23 years
Yeah.
old,
Yeah.
skinny,
We're
and
gonna let this dude
I
do
was
his
fun.
drug business. Oh, you're always fun, but that is funny that you're rolling heavy, 10 people deep with the president of... Hilarious.
I won't go into what happened to them down the road. I can
Okay,
only
yeah,
say that
let's-
a lot of them got into, I don't know,
Dilemmas?
jail maybe.
Let's keep it nice and vague.
Yeah, so the next day, I get on the plane to go home.
Yep.
They're all there. They're all in first class on their way back to New York City.
Yep.
So when we arrive in New York, I said goodbye to my friends and I took a taxi back to the city with,
With the rest of the
I'll
gents.
call him G.
G.
It's a very
Not G
romantic.
money, different G.
I give you his whole name because it's very romantic sounding. But if you
Yeah.
were to look him up now, he's probably one of the most corrupt and wealthiest men in.
Yeah, let's definitely not mention his name. Need any problems?
Yeah, he wouldn't find it. But he was
Well, you
handsome.
could be watching my channel already.
I wish, yes.
Yeah, I know.
He was a handsome, charming man who was coming to New York every month. And I made, I'm 23 years old. I don't have money. He would give me a list of things that all the housewives back in wanted.
Yeah.
Hair color,
Yeah.
silly little things that we
Right.
don't think much of, but they can't get. And he gives me money and a car. And
To go gather up the stuff.
I'm Miss Thrifty. If
Yeah.
I know a place on sale, because
Yeah.
I got to keep the change. That was my payment. And they loved country music. If you remember back then, CDs came in packages like this big.
Yep.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, the blister packs.
They would order. In fact, I could go and get any country music. They just wanted a collection of country music. And
Garth.
if he was around back then,
Yeah, well, that's a good question. Hank.
I would probably get hundreds. And I had to open them all up
Ugh.
and pack them in suitcases. Now, in those days also,
Yeah.
these people had diplomatic diplomacy?
Diplomatic pouches filled with a bunch of...
Anyway, their cars went right onto the tarmac, right onto the planes. There was no customs, there was
No,
nothing.
none of that business.
So I would,
Diplomatic immunity?
yes. I would, we would drive and I would unload vanfuls of CDs, hair color, clothing, just weird things that the housewives,
And then when would you pick up the cocoa?
well, I
I
don't,
kid.
the reason this relationship stopped is because of this list. Once I went down to a store near Wall Street and
Right.
the bags were heavy, so heavy I couldn't really carry them myself.
Well,
So someone took it to the car,
someone's
the
moving
bag
weight.
dropped,
Yep.
and this
come
very heavy bag was ammunition.
What?
And I
Pistolas?
said, these were the bullets. And I said, what is this? And they said,
That's not hair color.
very funny. There are certain stereotypes of really true, and one of them is you cannot ask them a serious question and have them give you a serious answer. It's always funny. And especially I'm a woman. They probably think of me as,
Who are you asking me what?
I won't go into what they
Don't you ask me about my business.
But they said they were for hunting. And I also think they were large landowners, and I wish I knew them now because, I'm an environmentalist. I'd read them the Riot Act. They're burning
It's
the
not
jungles
for animals.
for cattle.
Interesting.
Cattle.
All right, let's not get too political.
We won't. Anyway,
How did you get the watch?
well, G and I
Yeah.
were saying our goodbyes because
Right.
I did not think that they were the kind of people that I would have a lot of respect for if I knew
Right.
more. And I introduced his best friend to my best friend. And he bought her a beautiful
Matchmaker.
Bulgari watch.
Ooh.
And I said, hey,
Where's mine's?
yes.
That's
So
funny.
basically, it was
Like for like, baby.
L got D and M once. Anyway,
Where's Mama's Bulgari, baby?
we remained friends for many, many years.
Aw, that's a
But I
sweet
did
story.
look him up recently.
Yeah.
And I think he stole an island.
Well,
and
let's
they're
not give
fighting
too
for
many
it.
details. 'Cause
Well-
you never know who's going to see this piece.
Look it up. It's fascinating.
I will. We'll
But he
talk
looks
about it
old
offline.
now anyway. He's not as
Okay.
handsome as he used to be.
All right, well, we're going to park it there so we don't incur any future...
But the reason I got this watch is because it was across the street from the plaza.
Too funny. This has been Watch Adventures with Dee and Meechelle, International Edition, rolling heavy, Beverly Hills style. Having a ton of fun, Meechelle. Thank you for coming along on the ride.
Dee, I don't know if we should really put that story on there.
Yeah, I'm probably going to edit that. But you know what? We'll find the story in the edit, and we will catch you in the next one. Peace!